I just couldn't help myself. I have to share with you something that I found over the weekend. We are currently decluttering our shed, which means that I am finally unpacking boxes and boxes that is still standing in the shed from when we moved to Agnes Water in January 2020. So yeah, no judgment please, it is what it is. And it is such an interesting process. So look at what I found over the weekend. This is a how to build a successful private practice workshop notes little booklet that I found. And this was by the fabulous Ken Warren from Ken Warren and Associates. This was the very first business related professional development that I ever completed in Australia, in my whole life for that matter. I never did business trainings back in South Africa other than what I learned in marketing and HR as part of my travel and tourism degree, because yes, that's what I did before I studied psychology. But this was specifically for starting my private practice. And I actually attended this in 2006. And at the time of recording this, it is 2024. That is so freaking scary. When I think of that concept, I feel a bit anxious on the inside. I will admit that, because I still remember walking into that room very nervous, because it was the first time I did anything like that. And from my recollection, I was the only psychologist in the room. Everybody else were counselors. So I also felt like I'm a bit different and maybe out of place, bit of imposter feeling. And I had no idea of what private practice could or would be like in Australia. But it's because I had that awareness that I also actively searched for something. And this was the only training available at that time. And I'm to this day so freaking happy that I actually found it. Okay, yeah, this is just some of my notes. As you can see, I am a feverish note taker. And it started by having a business mindset, and how appropriate. And I think this is so clever. Ken obviously knew what he was doing, because you can have all the tactics, all the strategies in the world. If you do not have the business mindset, you're stuffed. It is what it is. Managing the money issues. How did he know? That's one of the biggest challenges people have. Probably because he was running a business himself, right? And we all have those stuff. This page even came out. And I love it. It feels to me like it's so appropriate. The order in which he addressed things. Business mindset, most important. Dealing with the money issues, because we're running a business, right? This is not an NGO, it's not a charity, it's not government. We've got all this funding behind you. And then it gets straight into marketing, because you can't have a private practice without clients. So you need to know how to market. Talking about all the marketing items that you might need, websites, business cards, active marketing, building relationships, yes. Because hope marketing, just hanging up your shingle and hoping you're going to get clients, won't work, right? How to pitch yourself, managing referrals, word of mouth. So there's a lot of focus here on marketing, as you can see. It was so good. And I'm gonna converting inquiries into appointments. That is sales in the business of private practice. I know we don't like sales, right? But that is so important. Oh, I earlier saw, where did I see? That's the right English, Gerda. Setting fees. Maybe we're still getting to it. Okay. Oh, here we go. Recent research on private practice fee range. Okay, there needs to be an E. Sorry for the spelling. So at that time, back in 2006, the fee range was from $40 to $140. That's a huge range. And I find even to this day, when you do research out there, there's a humongous range between the lowest and the highest price that somebody will be charging for psychological services or any type of allied health services, really. And it says they're not only psych. So those fees were basically for counselors at the time. And when I started my practice a year later, because I did this in 2006 and I started my practice in 2007, I started charging at $130. That was my, I feel safe to charge this rate back in the day. Okay, and as I was saying, converting inquiries into appointments, very important. You can do all the marketing in the world, but if you cannot do this, your marketing will be futile. Report speaking, this was really gold. So yeah, so good. I'm gonna go through that and go, okay, Gerda, let's go back to basics. Is there anything now that you have a different filter after years of experience? Where have you maybe dropped the ball? What is there now that you have this different filter when you look at these notes that you can apply into your business? So I'm very thankful to Ken Warren for putting on this workshop all those years ago. I'm very thankful to the Gerda of 2006 that actually took her ass to this workshop and acknowledging, you know what, I don't know what I don't know, and I need to learn, because this helped me to start this business. What I learned on this day didn't ensure success. So doing one workshop like this, although it was amazing, it doesn't guarantee success, right? Because this was 2006, I started in 2007, and things grew so freaking quick and fast, and I did so well. But 2012, things were just falling apart. Why? Because there's always that next level of information that you need. And I grew immensely fast, had so much success that my head was spinning. But you know what? I wasn't putting in the right foundations for each level of growth. So if you think about the level 1 practice that I often talk about, right, you need foundations for level 1. And then when you move to level 2, you need to put in new foundations for level 2. And then when you move to 3, you need to put in new foundations. So this helped me get to level 1. And then I thought, okay, I know what to do now. But no, you didn't, because again, you didn't know what you didn't know to get to level 2. And then again, you didn't know what you knew to get to level 2, 3. And then you start to think that, oh, well, because I'm making money and the books are full, we must be doing well, right? Well, that's only one part of building a business. So the moral of the story is that you need to keep learning. You need to keep stretching. You need to keep going. Who is 10 steps in front of me that I can learn from? Because I can tell you, it's going to save you so much time, money, and freaking emotional energy, and you will get to your vision and your goals 100 times faster. 100 times faster. Yeah. And as always, this is what I do. So if you need help building your ultimate private practice, a practice that can run in your absence, and a practice that you can't stop smiling about, then do reach out. Bye for now.